We begin with breaking news. New information coming in now about what led up to the airborne crash that sent a Mason teenager to the hospital. His car sailed airborne on interstate only to slam into a concrete pillar. The wreck was caught on cruiser cam. Take a look. The Firebird speeds by an officer just before the wreck. Witnesses describe watching the 19-year-old Brennan Eden fly more than 100 miles per hour by them on Interstate 675. Watch as he passes the cruiser, hits a culvert, and takes to the air. The car virtually explodes as it smashes into an overpass pillar. We are now learning about an hour before that crash, police found Eden and a young girl in a parking lot. Eden was cited for having alcohol as well as drug paraphernalia in the car. The girl was cited and released to her father. Eden was released only to crash minutes later. Eden is a Mason High School grad and was studying filmmaking at the Cincinnati Art Institute. At this minute, he is in critical condition. The raw video of the crash is on our website. It's WLWT.com. Click on the top stories section.
From Cincinnati's first television station, this is WLWT News 5 at noon.
Good afternoon. I'm Laura Borcher. We're tracking breaking news in Westchester. A teen is kidnapped just moments after arriving at the Lakota Ridge Junior High School. Welcome. We start this afternoon with breaking news. Traffic is down to one lane on I-71 North after a car flipped in Sycamore Township. This is our jam cam look at the backup on 71 and 275. Down on the ground, our photographer just sent back this picture showing the car off the road and on its top. The driver told police something fell off the 275 overpass, causing him to wreck. He wasn't badly hurt, but traffic is a mess, so avoid the area if you can. News 5's Karen Johnson has been following this story all morning long. She's live in Westchester with the latest. Karen?
Well, Laura, here's what we know right now.
We begin with breaking news. Police in Dearborn County say they know who struck and killed a little boy yesterday, then drove off. Welcome. I'm Laura Borchers. Lisa Cooney has the day off. Police say that person has not turned themselves in at this hour. News 5's Brian Hamrick is live for us now with the latest on the investigation. Brian? And the SWAT team surrounds a home in Gulf Manor. Inside, a man, his girlfriend, and a baby. News 5's Allison Montoya is live to tell us who was hurt. And Allison, how did the standoff come to an end? Now to a story you saw first on 5. Investigators are trying to figure out who torched the Grant County Sheriff's cruisers. The vehicles were sitting at different spots at this auto repair lot. Officials say the cruisers were singled out. Good evening, I'm Laura Borchers. The driver in a high-speed chase doesn't give up after he crashes. Police say he pulled a knife on them, so they had to tase him. And wait until you hear why he was running. Brian Hamrick is live with exclusive images on the scene. He has our #1 story.
Yeah, Laura, for police here, it began as a car chase on I-75 near Mount Zion. The man they were chasing was desperate, and we now know why. He's suspected of burning 2 children to death and trying to get away as far as possible. It ended in Covington, miles from where it started.
The vehicle was ran into a tree.
This Camaro crashed after leading police from across northern Kentucky on a high-speed chase. A witness didn't want to be identified, but was driving and almost hit by the suspect. Then the crash was in front of her house.
It shocked me. I was like, wow, you know, and my son was with me, and he said, Mom, what is it? I said, honey, this is a police chase.
Police say after wrecking, the driver, Jeffrey Weeshe, got out of his car and charged police with a knife. That's when he was tased. These are exclusive images of the scene.
He was laying down in the middle of the ground where they tased him. I mean, they were around him. They were around by the vehicle.
We now know why Weeshe was so desperate. His day began here in Evansville, Indiana. Police say he has now admitted setting a fire here and that he knew his fiance's 2 children, Elisa and Caleb, were inside. Fire investigators have found the bodies of 2 children in the gutted home.
You never know what's out there, you know? And then when it's brought actually to your home and right in front of your house, it's like, wow.
Weeshe was loaded into an ambulance after falling during the tasing. Now at the hospital, soon to be behind bars. 2 murder warrants, one for arson, have been issued for the suspect. Indiana investigators have already started the process of getting him extradited. Laura?
Our thoughts are certainly with those two youngsters. Thank you, Brian. And prayers tonight going out for the St. X football star laid to rest 1 week after he fell to his death on spring break is our number 2 story. Welcome back. A man allegedly robs not 1, not 2, 4 banks and a pharmacy, all in just hours. Now cops need your help to catch him. Some witnesses describe the suspect as bald with no eyebrows. Take a look at the surveillance video from Key Bank, that's in Springfield Township. Banks in Woodlawn, Springdale, and Forest Park were also robbed. The 5th spot hit by the guy matching this description came at a CVS pharmacy in Springdale. Investigators say he handed employees a note, then implies he has a gun. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers 352-3040. And we now know the identity of 2 people killed in a head-on crash outside of Walton. 40-year-old Scott Bush and his passenger, 34-year-old Jennifer Jones, died in the crash. Police say around 8 last night, their car collided with a tow truck on Walton-Verona Road. The investigation continues tonight. And right now, several people are recovering after an apartment fire in Roselawn. It happened in the 7,000 block of Reading Road. Wow, looking at John's forecast there, it looks like there's a few days to maybe get out and play some golf coming up.
Oh, yeah, you got that right. Good day to play baseball tomorrow, too.
You bet.
Although it might get a little wet because the Reds are going to spring a leak on the Cubs. Mike Leake. It's the pitcher's name. Leake. You get it?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
We'll talk about that. The Cuban Missiles throwing tomorrow, and the Masters is getting crazy. It's all next in sports.
Love that weather. A little cooler, just perfect. Thanks for joining us. Our next full report begins tonight at 5, and you can get news as it breaks anytime on our website, WLWT.com. Have a great afternoon.